Hey team, I am so sorry I cannot be there today to teach you. I know you're as sad as this puppy is on the screen, but I will be back tomorrow, so be on your best behavior, and remember, there are points to be won and a prize to be won for the winning class. So let's get started on today's lesson. Today we're going to be talking about sales tax, tips, discounts, and commission. You have seen some problems that have already talked about this in some of the worksheets we have already done, but now we're going to put it into one notes page so that we understand how to solve for each of the following. Okay, to get ready to take our notes, make sure you have a pencil or some writing utensil in your hand, and make sure that you are not distracted. You are leaving others alone in the class. If at any point during this lesson that you need the video paused to catch up while writing, please let your teacher, the substitute teacher, know, and just put your hand in the air and she can pause it to let you catch up. Okay, let's get going. So first we're going to talk about sales tax. A sales tax is a percent of the whole price that is added to the total price. So, and you will see sales tax when you go to the grocery store, if you go out to dinner, anytime you are buying anything, not even just the grocery store. If you go to Best Buy and buy a TV, you're going to have sales tax, which that money goes to our government to keep our government running. So Mr. Clark's restaurant bill without tax was $55.79. He must pay an 8% sales tax. Determine the tax and the total cost of the dinner. So first, we know that if we can change 8% to a decimal and multiply it to determine the tax. So 8% as a decimal, remember it's 1, 2, would be 0.08 or 8 hundredths. So then we can just multiply 55 and 79 hundredths or 79 cents by the 8 hundredths. So 8 times 9 is 72. 7 times 8 is 56, plus the 7 is 63. 8 times 5 is 40, plus the 6 is 46. And 8 times 5 is 40, plus the 4 is 44. And then we look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers behind the decimal. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4. But as you know, money only has 2 decimal places. So I look at these two, and then I look to this third one right here to tell me, do I round up or down? Well, 3 tells me to leave it alone, round it down. So $4.46 would equal my tax. So that is just for the tax. Next, we have to find the total cost of dinner. So that means we need to add the $4.46 to the $55.79 to get the total cost of your bill, because remember, tax is added. So this will be 15, 12, don't forget to bring the decimal down, 10, and 6. So the final cost of the dinner will be $60.25. Now let's talk about what a tip is. A tip, that is also called a gratuity at some restaurants, is a percent of the total amount of a bill at a restaurant that is given to the waiter. So for in this problem, Mr. Clark leaves a 20% tip on the top of the total bill, and it says to use the information from above. So we must remember our total bill was $60.25. That's with the tax. But he's going to leave a 20% tip, and normal, if it's really great service, you leave a 20% tip. If it's decent service, it's a 15% tip, or somewhere around there. But the best is to give a 20% tip, because waiters and waitresses, that's where they make their money. They don't make a lot of money on how many hours they work. It's based on their tips. So once again, we can change 20% to a decimal, which will be 0.20, or you could just say, or 20 hundredths, or just 2 tenths. And we can multiply these. So you have $60.25, and let's say you do it as 20 hundredths. Remember, with the 0 doesn't do anything. You just drop it down, Then 2 times 5 is 10, carry your 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus the 1 is 5. And 2 times 6, and then 2 times 0 is 0, and then 2 times 6 is 12. Then you look, how many decimal places do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to go 4 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be $12.05 is how much you would leave as a tip for your waiter if you left a 20% tip. Okay, now I need you to flip over to the back of your notes page, and we are going to finish the back of our notes. So now we're going to talk about discounts, or the sales price. A discount is a % off of the original price. Okay? So with a discount, you are going to subtract because it's money that's getting taken off the price. Okay, so Philippe bought a pair of jeans on sale. The jeans were originally $33, but were on sale 40% off. So we need to find what price Philippe paid for the jeans. So we would think that I have 40% as a decimal would be 0.40. And so I could just do 33 times the 40 hundredths. And once again, you can drop your 0 down for that placeholder and just multiply. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12, plus that 1 is 13. You have 2 numbers after the decimal, so you have 2. So the discount is $13.20. But the sales price is going to be the $33 minus $13.20. So this will be 0, and then we're going to have to borrow, make that a 2. This 10 be 80 decimal. We're going to have to borrow from here, 2, a 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. 2 minus 1. So the new price that he's going to pay is $19.80. So this is just your discount. Then you have to go and subtract from the original price to find the new price. So don't forget to subtract once you find the discount. Lastly, we have the commission. And commission is the money that a salesperson makes off of selling you an item, such as at car dealers. Car dealers make commission on the cars they sell, or realtors make commission on the houses they sell. So sales commission is a % of a total sale paid to the salesperson. So a makeup salesperson had a total of $1,400 in 1 month sales, total sales. So she didn't make that money, she made that money for the company. The salesperson earns 5% commission. So we need to take our 5%, change it into a decimal, so that'd be 0.05 because we moved the decimal twice. So then we have 1,400 times the 5 hundredths. 0, 0, 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 plus that 2 is 7. And then you have 2 places after the decimal. So there are 2 here. So she made $70, which I know is not a lot for $1,400, but that's a low sales commission. She got 5% of the $1,400 she sold. So if you notice in all of these problems, we are multiplying because we're finding a part. And when we're finding the part, we can change our percents to decimals and just multiply, which is what you are going to do today on your practice. Okay, remember, I will post a reflection for you for the substitute report for telling me how your class did today. Did they work hard? Was there anything that I need to be aware of? It'll be on Google Classroom. Also, remember to pick up a review. We're not going to do a spiral math this week. You should have your review because all classes are taking a test on Friday. So let me know on the substitute report if there's anything that we need to go over again, that maybe you just need a little more practice or you need me to explain a little more. So I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm sorry I'm missing school today.